right now is the best time in human history for a solo business owner to either start or build a business. Now, I've been in doing my own businesses since around 1994. First as a music producer and a DJ, and then in around 2010, 2011, depending on how you count it, I started my first online business, which was in creative music coaching, make music your life. And this theory comes from that experience because as I enter this kind of new world that we're all often without our permission being pulled into, I think about those two different career paths that I've been on so far. And no matter how I slice and dice it, I really can't see how this right now isn't the best time to actually build my own business or even start a new one, which is really what I'm doing. You see, you might not believe this, but I remember I had a conversation after I left university with a guy in a pub in Islington. And we didn't know each other, but he was like, "So, what are you doing? Yeah, what do you do with yourself?" I said, "Well, I want to be a music producer. I want to make music." And then he went on this long speech about how music's done. It's all been written. Just listen to the radio. It's all the same thing. There are only 12 notes. So, all of the music's all, everybody's done everything. In 1994, this was before most of the genres that we listen to right now didn't exist. All of the music has been written. The thing was, back then, in the back of my mind, I kind of wondered. I wondered if I was about to enter an industry that was dying. But the thing is, what stops me from really believing that was that I had started making this music with these weird machines, with these little, tiny little screens that flashed, these flashing lights. And actually, the act of creating that music with these machines, which, by the way, was pretty expensive and pretty hard to do back then, at the start of the digital music revolution, making that music on these machines actually opened my mind to the opportunity. It was something about the act of creation that pointed my mind at what was going on out there, and that was unbelievable. I mean, it was literally in the 90s, like every single day, I would be asking the question, what would you even call this music? I even remember the first time I heard drum and bass, and I was just completely blown away. I was like, what even is this? And then in 2010, 2011, back before the creator economy was known as the creator economy, I mean, back then it was just sort of selling things online, and I was building websites and I was making videos, and I got a YouTube account. I think it was around 2013 or 2012 that I got my first YouTube account. And I remember feeling like back then that I was behind, that there were already so many people ahead of me, that it was kind of all over. There was no way I was going to be able to break through. Little did I know that back then, YouTube was just getting started. I mean, to be honest with you, I think it's probably just even getting started now. If I'd have known what I knew now, back then, all of these thoughts about, oh God, I've missed out, I'm too behind, I'm too late, I mean, that was ridiculous. In 2013, I mean, I remember releasing videos, not really knowing what I was doing, and getting tens of thousands of views straight away. Why is that? It's because it was early. I wasn't behind, I was early. I mean, going back to releasing records, music, the first record I ever released was with a couple of other guys. And I remember we had this thing on a white label, and we went to a meeting. It was it might have been my first music industry meeting. So I was all like, I was like in early 20s, and I was all like, "Ooh." And so we went into this office, and everyone was really cool, and like, really kind of intimidated by everyone. And this guy called Jonathan, who was the boss of this PR company called Pieces of Plastic, Pop Promotions. And he was going on about, it was a similar thing. He was like, everybody's doing it now. Music's so much easier to make. It's all starting to sound the same. So what I like about your music, and why we're taking you on, and we wouldn't usually do it, what I like about your music is that you're making something different from all of the same crap that's out there. Right? So there was this narrative in everyone's head that it's all been done, and there are too many people doing it, and we're all really behind. So right now, since December 2025, a medium that has previously been locked behind incomprehensible lines of code to most people, including me, it's just been unlocked. The doors have been blown off. And we're able, you and I, all of a sudden, to create things with software, like what you can see behind me right now. The thing is, though, right, is that software is different to music and it's different to video. Because software can make anything, and crucially, it can be the container for anything as well. YouTube, software. Spotify, software. An MP3 is software. Stripe, PayPal, Shopify. All of these things are software. And the crazy thing about it that utterly blows my mind is that almost nothing has been made. We are right at the very beginning. Why? Well, it's been only 8 months since this thing happened. So the competition is the least it will ever be. Everybody, including the software engineers, the developers, are still figuring this out. Are still figuring out how to use this stuff. So even if you have never made a piece of software in your life and you're watching this, and you start when this video finishes, and you start tomorrow, you are not behind. You are at the forefront. Right? Almost everybody else in the world is going to be behind you right now. Isn't that a crazy thing to think about? Isn't that nuts? That you right now have the opportunity to be at the very beginning of a revolution, a new medium. Well, it's not a new medium. It's a medium that's been around for a while, but it's a medium that is now available. It's been democratized for everyone. My kids are now building apps. And this medium can be anything in bytes and bits. Not in atoms and molecules, obviously, but this medium can be anything. And it can deliver anything. It can be a business, a number of pieces of software. It can help you run a business. And we are at the start. Don't let like if you see me in this thing that I've created behind me, I only created it like a month ago, for goodness sake. Right? If you think it's cool, if you think, well, how do you do that? You just go into Claude Code or Codex or whatever, and you just talk to this thing, go back and forth, and follow your nose, follow your intuition, move forward and see what is possible. One idea will lead to another. One thing that you see, oh, that's cool. Oh, no, not that. I don't like that. This is available to you now, and you are at the forefront. The fact that you've even watched this far in this video means that you are right at the front of this. Of course, there are always going to be people ahead of you. There's only one person that's at the very front, right? 1 out of 7, 8 billion, how many of us there are on this planet. Right? So you are right at the start. So let's do this. Why not? This opportunity isn't going to be there forever. The longer you leave it, the more competition there will be. And that's why, I mean, you know, the other thing about this technology is that all of this software, you can do the work of many, just you on your own. All it takes is a bit of creativity, a bit of imagination, and figuring it out. And that's why I'm so excited about all of this. And it's why I'm actually building my new business in this area, because I just can't see, you know, I was there twice before. And while I didn't exactly miss it, I didn't take advantage of it because I had this head trash, this FOMO head trash in my head going, oh, I'm really behind. Oh, there's too many people. Oh, it's too hard. It's absolute nonsense. It is hard, but anything worth doing is hard, right? So that's why I'm doing this workshop for you, free workshop coming this week. The Build Machine, how to build a builder business. It's at workshop.mikemonday.com. Click the link, sign up, and let's do this thing. Let's give it a go. Why not? What you got to lose? Because, I mean, trust me, on my past experience, taking advantage of the opportunity when it is at its largest because it's so early, I don't know. I don't want to be kicking myself again like I have been now. Like, man, if only I'd have known what I know now. So I'll see you at the workshop, workshop.mikemonday.com. And together, maybe we can keep going onwards and upwards.